photodamage. Okay, you will have a cross section of the skin where this is the epidermis, this is the dermis, and this part is the subcutaneous fat. Now, the epidermis is essentially built up a little bit like a brick wall. So it's made up of cells like this that start off, and they're the basal cells. And then those cells, as they mature, they move to the surface. So the cells move up to the surface. There's more cells, more cells, more cells. And then you've got these flat, dead skin cells at the top. And the flat, dead skin cells are what's called the stratum corneum. When you're young, the stratum corneum is nice and smooth like this, and it reflects light in a beautiful glowy way. But when you get a bit older, it's a little bit more haphazard. This process becomes slower, and it gets a bit thicker up here. And then what happens is that light doesn't get scattered straight out, it gets scattered all over the place. And when you're older, the skin looks less shiny and less smooth. What you have in the dermis is all of the things like the hair follicles, which you saw before, that come out, and the sebaceous glands, and you've got your blood vessels, red vessels and blue vessels. But really importantly, what you have is your dermal matrix, okay? And the dermal matrix is made up of collagen, and elastin and hyaluronic acid. But it is the collagen one is the important bit here. And this is made by cells called macrophages. So these are the cells here that make collagen and hyaluronic acid. Not macrophages, I'm so sorry. These are called fibroblasts. So fibroblasts make up this scaffolding, okay, which is all the collagen. So these are the important thing. Now, what happens whenever the sun comes down onto the skin, and it has UVA waves which go deep into this area, and they damage the collagen, and they tell the fibroblasts to stop working. And also have UVB, which comes down a bit more superficially and damages these cells, and can make them then again grow in a more haphazard way. And then over time, what happens with lots of UVA and lots of UVB, you get wrinkles, and you get fine lines, and you get skin sag, and these pores become a bit bigger, and you also get brown spots. You get brown spots appearing in the skin. So the sun causes all of those changes. It can also damage the red vessels here, and then you can get more prominent red vessels on the surface of the skin. So they're called telangiectasia, redness of the skin. So the sunlight causes these changes, and that's why people's skin looks older when they get older, purely pretty much because of photodamage or sun damage. So what is the best anti-aging, should we say, or best treatment for photodamage? Well, there is one, and it's called tretinoin, and it's a retinoid. Now, other retinoids are good and they can be helpful, but none of them are as good and none of them are as powerful as tretinoin. So other ones are retinol, retinal, Gran-Active retinol, bakuchiol, retinaldehyde. All of these work and they're okay and they're good, but in comparison to these big guns here like tretinoin, they're probably about 70 times weaker. Okay, because this is what we know that tretinoin will do. Here's the exciting bit. KLIRA has tretinoin in it at the right dose. When you put your KLIRA treatment on, not straight away, but over many weeks and months, it does a few things. Number one, the brown spots that are here, they're encouraged to leave the skin. So it tells the epidermis to start turning over more quickly. So number one, turnover of epidermis more quickly. As it turns it over, it gets rid of these brown marks that are here. It also stabilizes the melanocytes that are making the pigment. The other thing it does is it smooths out this very top layer, the stratum corneum. And so that's why you get this nice reflective glow to the skin, because the stratum corneum has become smooth and it reflects light directly back. The other thing it does is it works on these fibroblasts, and it tells the fibroblasts to make collagen and make hyaluronic acid. And as it does that, it then makes the dermis be younger because it has more collagen and elastin and hyaluronic acid. This doesn't work quickly. It takes about 6 months for this effect to happen. But as it happens, it keeps on happening. One of the other things it does is it helps with redness and flares of the skin, because it's actually thickening this epidermis here and strengthening the dermis. It also helps with pore sizes, because these pores are more supported inside then. So the scaffolding here is stronger, so it helps to keep the pores smaller. And also the retinoid is very good for stopping any pores getting blocked. So that's an extra benefit from acne and things.